My heart's already broken.
I think it's like,
what is this that you are putting on your face?
Cream,
oh,
bro.
I thought it was acne.
It's my Vital Morning Day Cream. That's what it's called. But it ain't morning right now.
Definitely is the afternoon, so you definitely get that a couple of hours.
Hey, Juwan, I'm gonna need you to mind your business.
You already know who it is. It's Juwan 145, the Nigerian Prince / King. I'm going to switch up the order. So underneath me, I have Miss Tabino in 3.
Hi. Hi. It's your girl Ty B. You can follow me on Instagram at TyB3. I thought you were gonna say Ty. You said Ty B no in 3.
Yeah, that's how I always used to say it, even back in the day.
Oh, I say my Instagram. You never said my Instagram.
No, I'm saying like that's how I used to introduce you as Ty B. No, go back and rewatch the old episode. And
to
then
the left of him,
to the left of her, we have alleged Uzair.
yes, allegedly, no one knows my name. It's Ozzy, but that's what you call me. But allegedly, because you don't know. Am I Uzair? Next time you call me Uzair, am I gonna turn around and look at you? I don't know, because it's alleged. We don't know that. Anyway, let's get on with it.
And then up here, we have our special guest, Mr. Sam. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Sam Akaloko. I'm from the Bronx, New York. The best bro in New York City. I'm sorry. I had to make it out there, Juwan. I'm sorry.
Is that what you
said? Libra's Nation. I'm a Libra. And I just love, being young, black, and gifted. So.
And we are the men.
Mesh.
Okay, so we about to get right up into it.
Yo, guys, I gotta go. It's 5:00.
It's definitely 5:06. So
okay, so now I'm late. Thanks.
We're gonna get into it. So this is something that a topic that Lita came up with. It's DNA tests. Should DNA tests be mandatory? And then I also wanted to throw in that men should not be considered deadbeat dads if they never wanted to have a kid in the first place. So I want to know, what are our thoughts? Should DNA tests be mandatory as soon as the woman says, I'm pregnant? And should men be considered deadbeat dads if they didn't want to have the kids in the first place? Miss Ty B. Knowing, let's get it in.
All right. So this is tough. If you are, and who's to say you are, if you are in a committed relationship until you find out, that there's a third party. But if you are in doubt, I definitely feel like you should voice once you become pregnant or after pregnancy, after the birth of the child. If you are in doubt, definitely opt for DNA testing. But it's complicated because you don't want to put that strain on a relationship. Might if you are committed and you're talking about DNA testing, and then that can fall tough on the relationship as far as trust. But if you are in doubt and you do believe that your partner has stepped out, go for it. But I ain't no cheater, so for me, I would feel offended if somebody was like, "Yo, DNA tested." I know who my baby daddy is, so I wouldn't. But if you are in doubt,
what about if a man says that he doesn't want to have kids and he doesn't want to be a part of the kid's life? Should he be considered a deadbeat dad?
No. I mean, there's a lot of women out here that feel like a baby can keep a man, and in the end result, if he still doesn't want to be with you, that is your fault. But that doesn't make him a deadbeat father. I don't think that makes him a deadbeat dad. I feel like men too have a choice in the saying. So it's like, if you know that he wasn't ready, you guys are practicing, and you go ahead and take it upon yourself to go beyond that, you can't be mad for what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? It's a joint conversation. So I don't think so.
See, I like you. You're one of the few females that actually get that, because there's a lot of females that be like, no, he's a deadbeat. What about you?
That's messed up. And it's telling you, no, listen, I'm not ready for kids, and y'all practicing safe sex, and you want to poke a hole in a condom, or you want to go and do some things, like you want to do some malicious, evil intent, then that's on you, boo boo. That's on you.
What about you, Uzair?
Allegedly, please.
Oh, alleged.
Please.
Sorry, you was gonna take me to court. He was about to take me to court.
I was probably like, who is this Uzair you're talking to? We don't know that guy yet. So, the first part about the DNA tests, all I'm gonna say is, if there's a DNA, so if the thing, I don't think it should be mandatory, right? Mainly because of the fact that if there's a DNA test involved, that means there is this uncertainty, like Ty said, or something like the trust isn't fully there, right? Then unless that person is giving you a reason not to trust them, like they've cheated on you or whatnot, then I'm like, sure, you could go get it tested, make sure that you did. But if you're in a relationship and you trying to make DNA tests mandatory, it just makes it look like that there's that you guys don't trust each other fully. You know, there's that little thing missing, and I feel like that just for that, I don't think the relationship will just work to begin with. If there's trust missing, a lot of the time relationship just doesn't work. You know. So especially when it comes to a kid, that's a big deal. So DNA tests, yeah, I don't think they should be mandatory. Only if this person is giving you a reason to. My thing is, why are you with somebody who's cheating on you before? Why? I don't know. But hey, if that person is giving you a reason that they've cheated on you, and now you want to get a DNA test to make sure that the kid is yours, go for it. But if I got cheated on, I'm out. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm like, oh, the door. Peace out. But
To the left, to the left.
facts.
Oh, listen, that's a lot of moving, so they would have to pack their bags and move out my house.
No, I'll pack it for them. I'll pack it for them.
I ain't packing nothing. You cheating, you better work your way out.
Because they're not packing it. You see, that's what you need to know. They're not. They are fighting to stay in the house. You gotta pack that shit and throw it.
See, that's why you got to make sure you get their name on get your name on the lease. That's what you got to get.
Prenup?
Prenup. Ozzy, what you think about the deadbeat dad thing? Do you think that men should be considered?
I don't. If a man does not want to be like before the kid is even born, right? There's two things, right? If a kid's born, he's all with it. Then he decides to not be there. Now you've like flip flopped and you're a deadbeat, right? But if from the day one, when it was like, yo, I don't know if we should keep the baby. I don't want to be the father. I don't want to be a father, but she's like, no, I want to keep the baby. Sure, that's your choice. But now I also have a choice not to stay. You know, you got to understand that, right? You know, like I think even Dave Chappelle said that too in like one of his recent. He was like, sure, if you want to keep the baby, that's fine. You're more than welcome to do that. But if a guy doesn't want to stay in the life of that baby, then you also got to respect that, right? Mm-hmm. And therefore, I just feel like people just should be more careful, you know, before trying to have kids and figuring out what's going on with the whole thing. And yeah, I don't think it makes him a deadbeat if it really all depends on the situation. It's a deadbeat if the child's born after and then he decides not to do it because you waited all this fucking time. You had 9 months. You know, so you could have come up with something. You could have been like, you know, but he didn't. So that's when it will be a deadbeat. But before that, no.
Okay, Sam.
So me personally, for the DNA testing, it literally depends on your relationship status or how your relationship are, because everyone's relationship is completely different than one another. So let's say if the relationship is like toxic, let's say like your partner's cheating on you multiple times and you still go back to him and you ask him to get a DNA test, then that means that you have every reason to ask your male partner for a DNA because he's out here with messing with multiple women before you got together and stuff like that. So that's only like the reason. Like, but me in general, like I don't think that it's mandatory for men to have a DNA test, depending like if you trust your partner that much to be like that person's father to your kid, then okay, cool, that's fine. But other than that, I personally feel like it's only mandatory for DNA if your relationship is beyond toxic. That's how I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you think about the deadbeat dad situation?
So the deadbeat dad situation, I personally feel like I get why that men chose to like not be in the kids' lives, because that's kind of like very controversial, because you know they don't think about it until the baby comes. When the baby comes, they're like, oh my God, they get scared, they get anxious, to the point that, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Am I going to get dad? Am I going to be in the kid's life? And sometimes that causes a lot of stress too. When the baby comes, sometimes it's very stressful. Like when the baby cries during the night, who's going to take care of this? Who's going to provide the diapers? Who's going to provide the formula and stuff like that? That can cause a whole lot of stress to the baby and the partner. So I get why men chose to be deadbeats, but at the same time, like, you always like have to provide for your kid. Even if you know that you're not going to be kids like forever, you got to at least provide for your kid. Like, send some money or send some formula or send money to your partner to take, make sure your partner's good with the baby. So that's how I feel like about deadbeats.
See, so now for me, I feel like definitely DNA tests should be mandatory. I feel like they should be mandatory for the simple fact that there are a lot of people out here that love to have sex. They love to be out here in these streets, and they love to do it rogue dog style. And so for myself, I feel like there's the pre-com that goes in, and it can get the woman pregnant. There's a chance of that. So then they say that pre-cum there is
if there is leftover semen, in the tubes, I guess, and then pre-cum comes out, that's when but pre-cum itself cannot get people pregnant.
That's so crazy.
Honestly, I think, well, I don't think, but I know I study it. It's like they said 9 times out of 10, like 90, it's like a 99% chance that you could get someone pregnant by pre-cum.
See,
so that's actually a fact.
I know I wasn't bugging. I know I read that somewhere.
That's what I'm telling you what I've read.
Hey, we read same thing. All right, two different things.
Yeah, science.
Two different things.
No. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Go ahead, Google it.
Keep going. To make a point.
But I definitely do. I just feel like everybody just be out here in these streets and they just love to do a role. And sometimes these birth controls and these birth pills and the whatever these things called, they're not 100% effective. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it definitely is mandatory, especially if you have multiple partners. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you know who did you get the baby from. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, like, okay, so I want to know if I got it from Raekwon, Daquan, Richard, Harry, Tom. You want to know who. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just look at features, because that's what a lot of, mothers do. They look at the features and be like, oh, yeah, that's Tommy's baby, because their eyes look alike. Okay. And then on the deadbeat dad situation, I just feel like, no, if a man tells you, ladies, if a man tells you firsthand, I don't want to have a kid, believe him. Because when you have that baby, you are going to have that baby. He won't be there. Okay? He won't be there. I'm letting you know this now. When men say they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it.
There are some men that will, because they want to hit it raw, go raw dog, they'll say anything just to get it. And then when she gets pregnant, they'll disappear.
But that's my point.
There's some dudes out here.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. So if a man looks you in your eye, be like, yo, listen, I'm ready to have a kid with you.
That one would be the one to
No, but y'all been together. Like, y'all have some history. Like, y'all been together. Not no person that you don't know.
I know, but...
Not that, not she.
People lie, but I'm just saying, there are some guys out here, not saying it's y'all, but there are some guys out here that will just say anything just to get in the pants. And then once she gets pregnant, they pull a disappearing act.
So. But this is what I'm saying. So me and you, we had history, right? We know each other. I don't need to say anything to get in your pants. Not that I said stuff to get in your pants. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't need to say anything to get in your pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, opposed to somebody who you don't know, where it's like, you really gonna listen to them? You don't know them.
It's I think it's difficult.
All right. Can I get I've done some research, and yeah, this is what it says, bro. This is what the pre-cum. The only time pre-cum can get somebody pregnant if there's some like leftover sperm in the tubes, right? Like, look, your chance of becoming pregnant with pre-cum may be slim, but it can happen. Sperm can still be present in the urethra and mixed with pre-cum that's released before ejaculation. So if that happens, then yeah. But that rarely happens. Get it? So the pre-cum itself is not what makes people pregnant. It's just that it gets mixed with sperm sometimes in urethra because the organs let out some sperm or whatever, and that is what could make people pregnant. So technically, still sperm, regular cum making people pregnant, not.
But where you got? Wait, hold on. Where you get? So that means that she already had done it.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about pre-cum pregnancy, bro.
No, but I'm saying like she would have to already had to have sex. Like she would have had to have sex, and the sperm had to be inside. I'm confused. I don't know what you like. Wait, so you're saying?
See, when you raw dog it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's pre-cum.
Pre-cum comes out first, right?
Yeah. You're not gonna do nothing about that. That's there,
Right.
Pre-cum is mainly meant for lubrication, Then if you could, pull out, try not to, that's on you, right? But sometimes there's a chance that pre-cum could have sperm in it because of the male organs releasing a little bit of sperm, even though it's not like fully out, So because of that, there's a chance that there's some sperm in the pre-cum.
So what I'm hearing from this fellas,
it's a possibility.
Just wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Avoid all of this trouble. Avoid all of it. Just wrap it up. But we about to get into our next topic.
Wrap it up. That's a song you want about to come out with.
Wrap it up. I need a fire beat. I definitely will write down some lyrics to that. Our next topic is what B. Simone. B. Simone had a statement she wrote either, I think it was on Instagram or Twitter. And she said that she will be the third baby mother if she can be the first wife. So for those people who don't know exactly what she's saying, she is okay with being the third baby mother of an individual, of a man. And if he proposed to her, she wouldn't mind, being his first wife. So I just want to know, what are our thoughts about this? And we're going to start with Uzair, because Mr. Uzair.
Alleged, please.
Mr. Alleged.
Please.
So should I say alleged, Mr. or Mr.
Just
Alleged?
Be alleged Uzair, bro.
Alleged Uzair.
That's it. That's it, because people don't know. Uzair, we don't know. Is it me? Who knows? Anyway, okay. If she's okay with it, more power to her. Have fun with that, right? If the situation is reversed, and and there was a woman who had kids with like 2 other guys, and now it's my turn, I guess, or whatever. I probably wouldn't even want to get involved in that, because now, even if you are married or whatever the case, maybe those kids and those people are still going to be part of his life, and that's still going to cause issues no matter. I mean, who knows? Maybe they could live in harmony, right? It's to each their own. But they're still gonna be a part of their life. Just because you become the wife does not mean you're gonna take that away from him, because those kids are still there. He's not leaving them, and those baby mamas are still there. And they're gonna be on him for support. Yo, you need to support the kid. So that's never gonna go. I mean, you could get the title of a wife, right? But now you got this title, but all that is still there. I mean, maybe I could live together, and if they don't live with you, maybe that's the difference. But personally, I would avoid that situation. But if she's okay with that, more power to her.
I think when she says that, and she says she gets the title of the wife, I feel like when you get married to somebody, it comes with attachment. So you can't just impregnate me and then leave me so easily. So, it has to be divorced, and that's paperwork. And then that comes with, prenups, or whether you get.
Is there a prenup? Is there a prenup? That's the question.
She get more than just the title of a baby mother. You still have to share the time, because he does have other kids. So, I mean, if she's okay with that because she feels she has maybe ties to his pockets, financially, or the case may be, if you're okay with that, to each his own. But personally, for me, I'd rather be the first everything, the first wife, and the first woman to have your child, and the only. But for her, if that's what she wants, then kudos to her.
Okay, that was interesting. We're gonna get back to that point that you made. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey man, salute to her for being one to be the third baby mom and the first wife. I just personally think that if you want to be like, because I understand there's a lot of like tribulation when it comes to meeting somebody who already have a kid, right? And I get it. If you meet somebody that has like one baby mom or one baby father, okay, but like more than one, like two baby moms or baby dads, that's a whole bit of a challenge. But I understand because she want to be the first wife. She basically don't want to be labeled as a baby mom. And I get that. Some people rather get married than be a baby mom, or some people rather have kids than to get married. To tell you the truth, but I give her props for just for being straight to her truth, and it's crazy. It's real crazy. But I'll give her props.
Yeah, if she's with it, it's her life, right? She gets to make her decision.
Yeah,
She's okay
absolutely.
with it. Live your life, You could be the fourth baby mama and the first wife. You don't care, That's what. Live your life.
Listen, you only live once. You only live once. But like Ozzy said, like I get it because sometimes the kids from one of the kids that the father already has, they might be attached to the other moms, or sometimes the mom would never like the new girlfriend or soon to be wife for the situation. I get it, and I personally feel like it should be like some kind of like say counseling, but like a meeting, like a
Understand, right?
Yeah, just to talk things out and talk about how you feel about this, how you feel about that, how you gonna feel about you being around my kids when I'm not around, how you gonna feel of you being in that position of your wife, and I feel like that should always be talked about. Everyone should gather around and talk about the true feelings about each other, about the next step. That's how I see it.
I don't want to be part of the discussion. Like if I'm coming in, right, and there's other children, that were present before, me and mine or whatever. I don't want to. I just feel uncomfortable being brought into the discussion. Like, okay, guys, so here's Taisha. She's gonna be part of the family now. Like,
third baby mama.
Yeah, I'm not
Y'all
gonna
gonna have a baby, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That kind of, I mean, that's what comes with it. Like you choose to.
Yeah,
See,
that's the thing, right? You have to. It's not like you're getting forced in that decision, right? You could make the decision to be a part of that. You don't want that shit. You like,
but that's the thing. That's the thing, Ozzy, is that a lot of people get mixed up. Is that they make that decision and then they get put in third place, and then they're like, "Why am I being put in third place?" And then they're like, "No, I want that first place position." And it's like, "Well, I got other individuals, and you knew that." That's why a lot of people throw in their face, "Well, you knew my situation when you got into it. So why are you complaining about it now?" And so that's the point, is that it is a problem. People do have a problem with it. They just feel like they just want to say, "Hey, no, I'm gonna deal with it because I love you." And then when they go through the experience and they figure out, "Oh shit, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. I want out now." Like for me, honestly, this phrase right here, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if people can handle this type of a situation, being the third, being the first wife, but the third baby mom. I don't know if people can handle that. I don't necessarily, even with dudes, I don't know if people can handle that, because it's like you're always going to be fighting for a spot. You're going to continuously be fighting for a spot. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's the kids that come before, his or her kids is going to come before you. Because, you know what I'm saying, those are his kids. Obviously y'all have no relationship. Those aren't your kids. So you're going to think, oh, well, damn. These ain't my kids, but
I don't understand how people are okay with the fact that, hey, I gotta fight for a spot. Like, why is this a thing? Like, why is it that you're not? I gotta earn. You guys are already dating, married, kid on the way. You still gotta earn a spot. I don't understand. Like, haven't y'all been together and done enough that you guys have a spot? Like,
no. That's why I agree with Ty. You got to be the first everything. You got to be first everything, because there's no spot to fight for.
Well, if you're first everything and then the dude does the same shit and then dips.
All right, first everything and that's it.
That's it.
Like, there's nothing else. First everything and then that's it.
Now the only thing, no first everything, the only thing.
The only thing. There we go. The only thing. I was trying to figure out the word, but the
for men. And I think a lot of women, they get that confused with having a child for a man, thinking that's going to keep him around. Mm-hmm. Or it could just be some sick obsession with just having this person in your life, but never fully entirely having them, because they don't want to be with you. But I don't know.
It's the idea of you. They love the idea of you because they love what you bring, what you can provide. They love the energy that you give. There are people that suck the energy and they leech, and there are some people that love that. They just love that, but then they're not gonna show you like, hey, you deserve a spot in my life. Because I mean, why should I show you that if I like what you're doing for me, but I don't have to give it back.
You know what it is? People just want the best of everything, right? So it also reminds me of the situations where, when people go out dating and they date like multiple people at once, right? I mean, everybody's doing that now, right?
Yes.
Everybody.
Sure.
Everybody is doing that where they're dating multiple people at once, right? But I'm starting to see that there's a core issue in that, right? That's the same thing with baby mamas. The reason there's so many baby mamas is because this guy went around fuck mad people, we're dating mad people. Now there's like mad baby mamas, and now there's this core issue, right? Same thing goes with just basically like, let's just say I'm dating two people, they're both into me. Now I gotta make a decision, and I make a decision for this girl, right? Now the other girl is most likely gonna be hurt because she was invested in me, but now I'm just like, I gotta pick one, right? I feel like there's an issue. I think there's a core issue in there, but nowadays the way the dating and everything is going, I think that's what leads to mad baby mamas. Think about it. You had 50 baby mamas before? I don't think so.
Well, wait, okay, baby, hold on.
50?
Hold on.
I mean, you get my point, right? I'm exaggerating.
50?
Wait, hold on. So, I mean, I don't feel like there's an issue with dating multiple people. The reason why I'm gonna say this, right? When you're dating multiple people, you're letting multiple people know that, hey, listen, I'm dating, around, seeing what's out there, what's best for me. Sometimes people can date around to learn what they like and what they don't like in somebody, what they want in a partner and what they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Where they can now, they have they built this ideal partner for them, knowing what they want and what they don't want. And now it's like, all right, now that I dated around, doesn't necessarily mean having sex or anything like that. Doesn't necessarily mean any of that. You're just getting a feel of hanging out, knowing what you like and what you don't like and what you like to do and what you don't like to do. So it's kind of like, now that you have this book written, like, I know what I want, you can now go out and find that. And I feel like that's what dating around is. And I feel like people shouldn't get too invested when it comes down to dating around, just openly dating. Because when you say openly dating, that's when it's like, all right, I don't even know if I should get invested. Right now, we're just getting to know each other. We're getting to know if we like each other.
Yeah.
Now, dating exclusively is when you and now one other individual are out together. And then it's like that. I feel like when it comes down to the baby moms and the baby dads, I definitely don't feel like people's word, when it comes down to having sex, people's words should not mean a damn thing. So don't ever let anybody convince you to have a kid. Don't let anybody convince you unless they put a ring on it or unless they really are going to hold you down, or to be there for you. Like, it's you two. And then the rest of y'all, the family. You know what I'm saying? I think people get mixed up is like what Ty was saying about the whole, baby means I'm going to have a family, I'm going to have a happy life. That does not equal that. And I think that's what people get mixed up. And then you got some men out here who are very it's backwards, and they're thinking of, well, I'm going to impregnate you. Why?
Then she's going to stay around forever. Oh,
that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Some type of attachment.
That's it. Best of everything, right? They want to keep
like
the mama.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, they want to keep the girl and the kid around. So now that she's always around, and now you can go be with someone else, make another future. But she's always around. She's not going nowhere. And she's not going to go anywhere because she can't,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do break out of that cycle, though, and that's good.
Yes.
It's good to break out of the cycle, find somebody else better for you, because this is some toxic shit. And it pisses me off. And people, literally, nah, but I love him. What? What you mean? He's loving someone else right now. You got a kid to take care of.
That's why I say the phrase love is an action. It is not a word. Love is an action because you can show forth what love is. If you genuinely love somebody, you're going to show that. You know what I'm saying? You talk about, Ty, you could talk about you wanting to get a new car, and then all of a sudden I surprised you with that. That doesn't mean the materialistic thing is not the love. What it is that I just did it without you even asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Or I could even remember the little thing. Sam, your favorite piece of chocolate. Cece, go out, get you your favorite piece of chocolate. You didn't even say it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the little shit that you do to make that person happy. That's what love is. That's why I say it's an action less than a word. Because now when you turn it into a word, words just don't mean anything. Just like when we say sorry, how do we know if somebody's sorry? They don't do it again.
Sorry is too easy. Sorry.
But this is what I'm saying. How do we know that somebody's truly sorry? They don't
do change behavior, basically.
They don't exactly. They don't do it again.
No.
That's the difference. And a lot of people like to throw these words around, and it's like, okay, but did you actually do the action behind those words? No, you didn't. So then, therefore, I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry is too easy. Sorry does not work anymore. Sorry is nothing.
They don't.
Because people be like, I'm sorry. 2 weeks later, they're back on the bullshit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
As long as you do, as long as if I say like a change behavior, okay, then I'll take it as a positive. Other than that, sorry is just a regular word.
Yeah, and it depends, right? I mean, if it's nothing big, then I'm like, sure, we'll see if your behavior changes. But if some shit like, oh, I cheated on you, I'm sorry. I'm sure you are. Get the fuck out. But I'm sure you're sorry. I'm sure you love me. I love you too. But guess what? There's the door right there.
But to the baby mamas and the baby daddies of the world, definitely just kind of hold off on having kids. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to have kids to play with that, people in my age group, like, come on. But just hold off on having kids until you truly, truly know that this is the situation. Now, if you are a baby making machine and that's what you want to do, and y'all both are in it to win it, by all means, if that's what you want to do, fine. But I would rather y'all just want a happy household and a happy lifetime together. Oh, we're gonna move right along to our last and final topic of the show. This one was what Ozzy kind of came up with. So if Ozzy definitely wants to explain it, look at him hopping up. He was so happy. You can definitely explain it off.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this, right? It's the whole topic revolves around communication overall, right? People are really bad at communicating, especially like even while in really, like, one thing is like, you don't owe anybody anything if you're not dating, right? But if you're seeing someone, right, or you with someone, or you're friends, or you have a bond, whatever you want to call it, and the communication is so janky, bro, like that person's enigmatic, like it's like a mystery. Why are they acting like a mystery? Like, that's what I don't like. So the communication is so bad that they're trying to send you hints through photos they post on Instagram or some shit like that, or they don't really respond to your message like in a way where it leaves you trying to figure things out on your own. Like, they only give like kernels of truth, and you just like, what the fuck?
So it's kind of like being secretive in a sense, like
very secretive, right? Very secretive, but to like people that you shouldn't be secretive to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nah, you threw a sub to me, Ozzy, and they're for some type of way.
I'm not trying to throw no subs. I'm just saying, like, overall, like, I get it, right? If you don't know the person, sure. But if it's your best friend, or if it's somebody you're dating, whatever, and you're being mass secretive about the way you communicate, and now you're just like confusing the person you're talking to, like, that's an issue. Right?
Well, I want to go first on this one because I am a secretive person. I am very secretive to the people that I'm close to and the people that I love. And especially like my mama and my dad and my parents and stuff like that. I definitely am when it comes down to communication, because sometimes I just feel like, hey, if you're asking me where I'm going and I tell you, okay, I'm going to the city, and then you're like, well, where in the city? I'm going to the city. Like, just know I'm going to be in the city. Like, that's just all the information that you just need to know for now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a specific location. I don't have a location. I'm just going to go to the city. I just feel like I don't really need to say too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ty be asking me where I'll be going, and I'll be like, what do I tell you? I'll be like, I'm going to I'll go to Flatbush. Where in Flatbush? I'm just going to Flatbush. Like, that's it. That's what I be saying. Don't I be saying that?
Going.
Or if I'm going to the Bronx, you'd be like, "Where in the Bronx?" Do I tell you where?
But at least that's like, hey, I'm going to the Bronx. Fine, right?
Like, do we have to be more like specific about it, or like
at least you said that, right? I'm saying like, Ty's like, yo, where you going? And then you post a photo of yourself in the Bronx. Like, Ty would pick it up. Yeah, that's so fucking weird, bro. What do you do? Just tell me where you're going. Like, it's too much.
Well, because maybe they could just say it in a photo instead of like telling.
But that's the thing. First, you don't know if Ty's gonna see that photo. You have no idea. then Ty goes like, yo, what, you didn't tell me where you went? He's like, yeah, but I posted the photo telling you where I went. Like, we don't know Ty saw it. just tell Ty where you going, you know?
I want to make sure that you're safe. So I'm not asking because I want to be in your business, but just in case anything was to happen, you know, I will know who the last person you was with, just in case anything happened.
Yeah, but then it just like, all right, so I get what you're saying, but then I could kind of understand these people that's being secretive for the simple fact that the matter, like, you know, not saying anything against y'all or whatever, but, you know, like sometimes, you know, you just don't either. Well, one for me, because I can only talk about myself. For myself, I'm trying to make sense of it. For myself, I could, like, you know, I just like keeping everything private. Like, I'm just a private person. Like, where I go, what way, whatever, I'm private. Like, everything, right? Mm-hmm. Sorry, let me come back.
Why your face is going? Let me see.
I saw the white screen. I was like, well, and then, you know, when people, you know, ask me where am I going, I give a specific location. I may not post a picture, but I give a specific location.
Yeah,
but
that's
everybody wants to know the actual like address and like where in the city and things like that. And I feel like that's like too much being detailed. And I'm like, listen, as long as you know that I'm in the city, I don't feel like I need to say anything much.
Yeah, address, that's too much. I'm not, why you want to know exactly where I'm at, right? That's not you trying to stalk me, right? But I'll say this much, right? Let's just say you're having a conversation with Todd, right? Mm-hmm. Todd's like, what you going to do today? But now this is just a regular conversation.
Mm-hmm. You're making me sound like I'm the stalker. I don't
No. This is a scenario. I'm just saying, like, you know, you say you got plans, Juwan, right? You go to the Bronx. So like, cool. What you gonna do? It's just a conversation. It don't mean nothing. It's just a conversation. And you don't say it. You don't respond. You don't tell them what you're doing. You know, you're like, I'm out here. You know, that's what you say. But Ty just trying to have a conversation. She doesn't really give a shit about what you're doing. She just wants to talk to you.
Okay, so then why say what are you doing if you don't care?
She's trying to continue the conversation, you know, because you being over here like I'm in the Bronx.
Yeah, but no,
Ty's like, yo, I want to talk to you. Maybe we could talk about what you're doing. Maybe it'll be a fun conversation. You know what I'm saying?
No, with it.
Juwan is like, nah, bro, you don't know what it. But you could be like, I'm going to a party.
I do say that sometimes to Ty. I do.
Yeah, and
then but if it's not a party, then and she knows when I go to party.
You know, you gotta get drunk. You know, you can talk about the party. You can get lit. You know, but now you can't even talk about that because you're so enigmatic. Now the chat is dry.
No, me and Ty always have fun. Well, don't use me and Ty because we always have good conversations.
I'm just saying in general. That's just an example, right? But my main thing is that a person, like, you know, a person gets so enigmatic that now I'm fucking Batman solving riddles for Riddler, bro. Like, you know, like I'm just like, dude, like, just if you want, like, obviously if somebody wants to talk to you, they'll talk to you. It's fine, right? But when they start like talking to you, but they're just giving you clues, like fucking context clues. I don't want to talk to you, solve puzzles and talk to you, you know? If we're talking, let's just talk, you know? Like, there shouldn't be weird bridge in between. I mean, I feel like people feel like it's cool to be enigmatic, cool to be secretive. And I feel like from a perspective, sure. But at the same time, you got to understand that there are people like, okay, let's up the stakes right now. It's your significant other. You're going to tell them I'm out. I'm just out. Or you're gonna be open with them.
I would say that.
But see, in a relationship, that I feel like wouldn't work as well.
I just feel like if you, I don't know, like, go ahead, Ty.
No, I was asking. You would say if it was your significant other asking that question, and they were like, "Okay, where are you?" You'd be like, "I'm out." You just say that.
I'm out. Like,
I just feel like
there should be transparency between you and your significant other.
Okay, everybody not down my throat. But no, go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
I think friendship wise, it's like if you ask me where I'm going, I'm gonna tell you specific, like, blank answer. Like, I'm not gonna give you fully details where I'm going. I'm just gonna give you a blank answer. But in a relationship, you're gonna have to tell your significant other everything, like everywhere you're going, or what time you're gonna leave that place, or what time you're gonna be home.
That I don't know about because I don't know what time I'm gonna be home. So how am I supposed to give you that? I don't know what time I'm gonna be home.
All right.
Then on top of that,
are you gonna tell
I could say I could say I'm going to a party, but it's like people want time frames and how I'm getting there and how I'm getting back. I don't know all this information. See, so if I don't know all this information, what you want me to do? What you want me to give? What?
Okay. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally for me, I think it just depends on the relationship with the individuals. So if it's somebody that you are not that close with, so I feel like it is okay to omit certain information. You can keep it simple. But if it's someone whom you have a close relationship with, whether it be and not even, because even some family members don't need to know everything. Sometimes there are just nosy aunts and uncles or whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's just the closeness of the relationship. If it's somebody that you confide in, or if you can tell your secrets to, of course, I feel like you should be transparent with that person. But if not, it's okay to keep it,
Yeah, I mean, you obviously live your life, right?
So can I ask a question just real quick to Ty? Just real quick. So let's say like you are like really, really close, but you're still like secretive. It does it mean that they don't like you or something? Because like I am really, really close to everybody who's in, and I damn not as transparent as, people.
Secretive, I feel like when you're trying to hide stuff.
I wouldn't call it secretive. I'll just say like there's certain informations that
you keep when you're private. I feel like you're not as exposed or wanting to be out there. You're more introvert than extra. I feel like you're secretive. I feel like you make a conscious choice to hide stuff.
But let's say if you don't, let's just say like, okay, like I don't know all the details or this, that, and the third one, and then it's just like, or I may know the details in the next 2 hours, and then I forget to tell you, and then you know what I'm saying, or something like it's not that I'm doing it purposely. It's like it can come off as accidental. Because I know that for me, it comes off. For me, it comes off accidental. Like when any one of my friends who are close to me, they ask me something, I say a little bit of information. It's not that I'm hiding anything. It's just that one, let me get there first so I can see, and then two, I don't know.
I get that, right? I'm not saying like subconsciously. I'm saying like just purposely throwing shit, right? So forget friends, right? I get it. Friends, you don't have to be 100% transparent with them because they're your friends. They understand, but they probably don't give a shit. Let's be real, right? Y'all friends, y'all just talking, whatever it is, right? Nobody wants to know exactly what you're doing all the time, right? Significant other, right? If they ask you a question and you're like kind of dry with it, or I guess a little secretive with it, from the significant other perspective. Now, put it this way, right? You ask somebody that question and they give you some answer like that, and you're an overthinker, right? So think about it like in a way where like if somebody is an overthinker, they might start thinking some other shit, even though that's not the case, right? Or whatever happened in their past could, that has them hurt or whatever, could lead them to believe things or think things, because you could really make your mind believe anything. You could lie to yourself very easily. And I feel like in a significant other, there needs to be a transparency. So there, so you guys have a trust, and if you're being too secretive, then it feels like that you're not trusting your partner to give them the information. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not trusting them enough, and then they feel like, oh, I don't think I'm there yet, even though we're together. I don't know what else you got to do, And I feel like it could partially put some weight on the trust part of the relationship.
What if it's like a barrier thing? Like they still have like their guard up of like, okay, well, like, yeah, you are close, but what if I know, like, I don't necessarily know to like keep it 100 or keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, I don't know how you're going to react to the information if I sit over here and tell you like, hey, well, where you going? I'm going to the park. You going to the park by yourself? And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to the park by myself. Like, what more do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it gets very confusing. Like for me, like, yes, I will communicate to my partner, obviously, like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to the park on 63rd Street, whatever. But I feel like sometimes it's just like maybe, in the other person's head, it's like, okay, obviously you know me enough to know that I won't do nothing like that. And then it's like, I'm telling you I'm going to the park, I'm going to the park. Like, what more information do you need?
If you guys are not close like that, or there's that little barrier, then I get it, right? But I'm talking
about significant others too. Like, what if there is like, I don't know how you're gonna react to it.
I don't know.
I mean, then at that point you should, I guess, find out, right? And if he or she, whoever reacts badly to it, right? Then you kind of know that it's just a park thing, and they're whoever you're talking to, whoever it be, in all four of us, and they're reacting bad to you just going to a park. That's probably potentially a problem, and you would probably want that to come up earlier in the relationship than later, you know? So I feel like being transparent I think it just clears things up, you know, communicating between one another, or because communicating just doesn't mean talking to one another. It's how they respond, how you receive the thing, you know, whatever it may be. And it's better to clear that up ahead of time than later. You know, you don't want to find out things about your partner way later down the line, and they're like a deal breaker, you know? And then you kind of feel some type, you're like, I don't know. And then that's how relationships start falling apart, you know? So I feel like it's okay. In a relationship, just be transparent. It don't hurt. You know, what is going to happen? Your world's going to end? Nothing's going to happen.
I was just playing devil's advocate, y'all. I was just trying to see if like y'all can like think of, but I'm with y'all on that. Definitely should be transparent in a relationship. I definitely do think that friends should be transparent with each other as well. I think that, like what Ty said, if, you know, you just want to know if your friend's going to be safe, you know, because if you have friends that are just alcoholics and, you know, they blacked out in places and don't know where the hell they was at, you would kind of want to know. So I get it. I'm with y'all 100%. And I definitely do think that people should, I wouldn't call it secretive, but I think that I know that there is something where people just have this thing where it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe I not want to release the information today. I might want to release it tomorrow, you know? And so to these individuals that just don't, you know, they give hints and clues.
That's like enigmatic, you know. It's like it's a mystery to solve.
Right. If I wanted to play,
I'm not Batman.
If I wanted to be a part of the Marvel universe, and I wanted to sit over here and solve clues and play Blue's Clues and do all of these different things, I would have definitely auditioned for the show. But this is real life, and I'm not there.
Why be secretive or try to be a mystery to somebody that you're trying to get to know? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to get to know, like, you're not getting to know them, right? Like, you're being secretive. So you're literally not doing what you are going out to do right now. You're not getting to know them.
They are getting to know you. You're not getting to know them. It's
right.
Excited.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that person has their walls up. Things is like, you know, if you
and that's what I was saying
before they start to open up, but it's a two-way street. A lot of people, I feel like, don't want to give out the same energy, and they only want to receive it. So, you know.
Yeah. See, that's why I said I go by the 6 months to a year rule, because you know, I was a person that always had my guard up. I was just like, I can't trust none of you hoes. All y'all are hoes. I can't trust none of y'all, right? So I would literally wait 6 months to a year. Don't worry about it working nowadays, because I already found my circle. So you ain't got to worry about that. But, you know, I used to do that and release information very slowly. Like, it was just like, okay, as the time go on, they telling me all they tea. So, all right, you know what? Let me just kind of get this. Hey, guys, I got drunk this one time. Oh, nobody else heard about that? Okay, cool, dope. You know what I'm saying? Then I started to open up with people. I feel like sometimes people are very slow with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, me and Ozzy are cool, but Ozzy didn't know I was an alcoholic until probably what, like a year in?
Okay.
A year in?
You're calling yourself an alcoholic?
In joking terms, obviously.
Functioning alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
You have a problem.
Like, party-wise, you're alcoholic.
But hold on. I do not.
Party-wise.
Intervention on the match.
I was saying jokingly. I know every single time you see me record on the match, I drink wine. Y'all didn't know this was wine.
Oh my God, he's an alcoholic because he sees him sipping wine. No, he said alcoholic.
Functioning alcoholic, bro. See, he's filming the mesh and drinking, you know? Functioning.
That takes a lot of talent and work.
And at parties too.
Right.
Parties and functions and stuff.
Parties and functions. Let me tell you something. I got stories. I got story times for days. and I do remember all of them. You already know who it is. It's Juan 145, the Nigerian prince / king. And to the left of me, I have a legend. Who's there?
Yes, alleged. Who's that person? We don't know. Will we ever? I don't. That's a question that we must ask ourselves from within, and we may not get the answers to it. But guess what? You call me Ozzy though, and like, comment, subscribe, obviously, and maybe one day we'll know allegedly whether or not it's Uzair.
Hopefully,
and wash your hands, put on a mask, and be safe, y'all.
And voting season is definitely coming real quick. We may
Yes,
discuss that next week.
Important that you vote. Please vote, guys. So important.
Please. And then underneath him, we have our special guest, Sam.
Yo, thank you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. It's Son of Sam, son.of.sam. It's not that hard. And also, yes, like Ty says, it's always important to vote. I know for a fact that these politics are not perfect, but listen, just vote. Just put your heart out and just vote. Your vote matters. Everyone's votes matters. So you can have every opportunity to make a change, and that's it.
And then to the right of him, we have Miss Ty B. Knowing 3.
Yes.
You like that? Enjoyed it?
I was away for the last 2 episodes because I was on vacation in Florida. But I'm back now. You can find me on Instagram at TyBKnowing3. You already know.
And
since we out here, putting an Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Ozhole.
Okay, y'all know y'all Instagrams is on like the last.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, y'all know.
Okay.
The only person that we really got to worry about is
Ozhole.
Sam.
Like kind of like the other curse word, but it's Ozhole. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the coolest Instagram I've ever seen. Also, literally.
And we are the men.